Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to another podcast with Bakersfield Business Partners. My name is Duncan Harris, and I'm the president of Bakersfield Business Partners. We're a local networking group here in Bakersfield, California. We meet every week, and we really help grow our businesses. We consist of business owners, salespeople. We're trying to help grow our businesses through referrals and also through education and relationships. So we started a podcast. We wanted to highlight some of our members. And we have Darren Williams here today. Darren, introduce yourself real quick, what you do, who you are.
Yeah, Darren Williams. We own Williams Group CPAs, which is a CPA, so office. We do tax, bookkeeping, payroll, basically any accounting needs that you might need.
Awesome, cool. So let's just dive right in. You're a CPA. How long have you been a CPA?
August of 2013.
How many years is that?
That's
8 years?
8? Yeah.
9?
Yeah.
Time flies when you're having fun.
It does.
What were you doing before that?
I was in real estate. I sold new homes. My mom's been in real estate forever, so right out of high school, I jumped into real estate.
Mm-hmm. Now, did you get out of real estate when everything kind of crashed? Or was it just for different
reasons? I started going back to school in 2007 for my accounting degree, and then I graduated in 2011. And then the day I graduated, I started at a firm here in town.
Got it. Now, you're married, you have kids.
Yeah.
What else?
Married for 13 years. We have 2 girls, 7 and 10.
Fun times. Your life is busy.
Yeah.
Good for you. So, real estate and then into taxes. That's a really exciting transition.
Right.
What led you into your field?
I always enjoyed, as part of the real estate, we always got to see tax returns. We help people to try to qualify for houses and what they needed to show on their tax returns.
Mm-hmm.
So I always enjoyed that process. And then with my wife and I we were dating at the time, but with us getting serious, I was working every single weekend, no matter what, in real estate. And I just enjoyed the tax side of it, so I thought this might be a good avenue to go down, and that's where we're at.
Awesome. Cool. So, tell me a little bit more about your business. I know you've been doing taxes, but, tell me everything that you do.
Yeah, so I opened the firm in June of 2019. We have 5 team members now. And we can help. Our main focus is on the business business clients. So we can help with bookkeeping. We can help with payroll, tax planning, business plans, and then of course tax preparation. Mm-hmm. And then we also do individual tax prep as well.
Yeah, just for individuals.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So, I guess your ideal customer then would just be like a small business owner.
Correct.
So does it matter on size? What is small or what's...
No, it doesn't. It doesn't matter on size. We love helping like the brand new businesses that need some guidance. We love just being able to educate them and spend some time with them that maybe they won't get at other places. Mm-hmm. So we just really enjoy being from that ground zero and helping them. And we can be involved as much or as little as they need.
Yeah, and tell me about your team. You said you have, 5 other people?
Yeah,
now?
So including me, we have 5 people. So we have another tax accountant. He helps with tax preparations, complex bookkeeping. And then we have 2 bookkeepers, full-time bookkeepers, and a front office.
Man, you guys are growing fast in
we have.
Just 2 years.
It was scary when we started a couple of years ago. Just myself for a few months, and then brought on our first team member. And 2020, I think, is when we added. Late 2020 is when we added the 3rd, and then 2 this year.
Oh, good for you, man. Yeah. Keeping you busy. So you're growing, obviously. Things, your business seems to be headed in the right direction. What do you think sets you apart, from your competition?
I would say response time. We're here kind of across the board that we have clients that reach out to their old CPAs. They've called them several times. And they just get no response back. It's been a month or 2 and no responses. So, our goal, we don't meet it all the time, but our goal is to definitely get back to people within 24 hours of contacting us. Mm-hmm. And I think people just appreciate that, whether you have the answer or if you're still working on it. But as long as you communicate with them and let them know where you're at, I think it makes a big difference.
How do you handle those really needy clients that call you all the time, every day? I'm speaking of myself, by the way.
We just love on them. They need help. So no, we enjoy that because we enjoy the communication, right?
Yeah.
We would much rather know something as it's happening or before it happens than 4 months down the road when maybe we can't do anything about it. Mm-hmm. So no, we don't mind the communication.
Yeah, I'm not shy about calling your office. They know my name down there. So, I mean, let's talk about, business planning, tax planning. I mean, that's one thing. So for our listeners, by the way, Darren's obviously my CPA. He's also one of my closest friends. But so we've talked about all this stuff before. But I truly mean this. One of the things I really do love or value about like our business relationship is just how well you know my business. Talk about that. I feel like, obviously you're a CPA, but I feel like you're almost a CFO for my little company.
Yeah.
And just that you know what's going on, and I feel like you've been able to give me kind of strategic advice, pointers, tips. I mean, you must be doing that with a lot of your clients. Talk about that a little bit.
For sure, yeah. For you, we actually help pay all your bills and that kind of stuff, so it helps us stay a little bit more involved in what's going on with your business.
Right.
And then we're actually, communication with you quite often to figure out where you're growing, what your plans are. So that really helps us stay in tune with that. And then that also comes into the tax planning part of it as well. Mm-hmm. If we're doing your bookkeeping, we're doing your accounting work, it's easy for us to keep track of where you're at as far as your income throughout the year.
Right.
We have some clients that do their own accounting, which is no problem. We love that as well because we can sit there and help them when they need it. But if their financials aren't current, it makes tax planning a whole lot harder because we don't know what the numbers are.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, and what was I going to say? You guys are, where I'm at every step of the way. I have financial reports every month, I think, right? Yep. And so then when
he doesn't look at them.
I have been looking at these. But what I was going to say is like when things happen, when you need to be prepared or when something comes up unexpectedly, I'm already set and you guys have everything on share file. It's online in the cloud.
Right.
And I literally just go in, like my banker will say, oh, we need this and that. We need this number, that number. And I mean, for me personally, I don't have to worry about that. It's just already there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's been fantastic. I know that there are a lot of other companies, and I'm referring back to last year when all the PPP money and stimulus money, and you had to turn in payroll records and this and that. Yeah. That was no problem for me. I mean, that took me like 20 minutes to fill out the apps.
Yeah.
So it just makes a huge difference. I think for a lot of small businesses, even for me at a time, it's tempting not to do that.
Right.
To think, well, my business is small. You know what? Why am I paying, whatever amount of money every month? But
we look at that kind of just, you set goals every year for yourself personally, New Year's resolutions or weight loss goals or whatever, So the plan with, setting goals for your business or doing a budget or a business plan is that throughout the year you have something to aim for, to hit for. If you don't set those goals and write them down in numbers, you're just kind of hoping and praying that you're going to be where you want to be and take home what you want to take home.
Sure.
So the planning just really helps with that, and it helps with cash flow, which is probably more important.
So let's talk about that. I feel like you're starting to give advice now. What advice would you give to your clients, or what common pitfalls or mistakes do you see your clients making?
So definitely for the new businesses or even established businesses that aren't doing bookkeeping, a lot of clients will wait till the end of the year to put together all their numbers. Mm-hmm. I highly discourage that just because, one, you don't know what your cash flow is like. Two, a lot of people don't put reserves away. So every month as your company is turning over a profit, some of that money should be going back into a savings account. So for those rainy day times or days you want to expand, there is some cash there that can help you. So I would say the biggest downfall is people not doing bookkeeping on a monthly basis.
Right. So they just don't know where they're at.
They just don't know. Yeah.
They don't know how their money's being spent.
As long as there's some money in the bank account, they think Life is all good.
Everything's good.
You're right.
Yeah. So, I mean, what, I assume then that's why maybe a lot of small businesses are failing.
Cash flow.
Run out of cash.
Yep. So that's the number one. I think that's, I can't remember where I saw the study, but I think that's the number one reason why businesses go out. You know, they don't budget their cash. One, they don't budget for taxes. Two, maybe they don't pay their payroll taxes. Three, you know, they're just, people sometimes don't separate their business and their personal life. So if they see some money in their business account, they're treating that business account as their personal funds.
Right. And
for cash flow purposes, you really have to be able to separate those out.
Sure. We've done all those in my business. I mean, you guys do my payroll, right? So I don't have to worry about paying payroll taxes. Right. And then how often are we doing tax planning? Because I know you at certain intervals throughout the year, you're kind of telling me, hey, this is where we think you're going to be at the end of the year.
Right.
Pay this amount or pay that amount.
Yeah. So for the clients that we do bookkeeping with, we're really doing tax planning every single month. We're looking at that final number. You know, we have an idea since we talk to you often on where your income's going to be at for the year.
Yeah.
And so we're always doing that on a consistent basis. The big planning comes in definitely, you know, towards the end of the year, third, fourth quarter is where we're doing a lot of the major planning just so we can make some moves. This year is definitely a little bit more difficult just because we don't know what the tax rules are going to be for the 2022 tax year. So when we file taxes in 2023, all those final rules have not came out yet. They will probably be different than what we're looking at right now. So it makes it a little bit tougher to try to do that planning, but you know, we do what we can.
So two things. I mean, as your client, it's just been nice. I don't have to worry about this stuff. My taxes are done, at the end of January every year? We file.
Usually by February.
Yeah. And then I know I used to do it before. I used to cram at the end of the year and do all my books, and that was like a 3-day nightmare. And so I don't have to. I just don't have to worry about it. And I guess I'm saying, like, as a small business owner, we're pulled in so many different directions. We're busy constantly. We wear a million different hats. It's just nice not to have to wear that one, the accounting hat. So let's talk about next year. How do we not know what the taxes are going to be? That seems kind of odd.
Well, we do for when we file the 21 taxes. So what we file in, you know, February, March.
Let me just say, we're December 2021 right now.
Yep.
And so we're getting ready to file our 2021 tax return.
Correct.
Yeah.
But right now there's I think the exact terminology is the Build Back Better plan that Biden's working on right now. Right. So that has most of our new tax laws that are going to come into place for 2022.
Was it passed?
It has not passed yet, I don't believe. So I think they're still in the final budget. I think the goal is to have it passed by the end of the year. We had kind of the same issue back in 2018 when Trump passed his. I don't think that went into place. We didn't know the final rules until December 27th. So, you know, it just makes it challenging on these years. I think for the majority of individuals that, you know, have maybe 400,000 or less of taxable income won't see a huge difference. But once you start to get over that number, that's, I think, maybe when some of the changes might happen.
Got it. So, obviously they have some idea if this bill passes what it might look like. Can you share some of those details?
Well, some of the cool things, I mean, this is for definitely the high earners, but if you're over $10 million, they want to add another 5%.
That's not me.
That's not you. That's not me either. 25 million, I think they talked about another 3%, so maybe another total of 8%.
These are just income taxes?
Income taxes for federal, yeah.
Federal, okay.
But some of the cool things they want to do is they do want to extend the solar credit. They want to jump that back up to 30%. The battery, the electric vehicle, that credit I think might go up to close to $12,000, but there will be some limits on the sales price of the car, and then also your income. So the last that I've read on it is if a car is over $80,000, it won't qualify for the credits. And then if you have income over $500,000, you won't qualify for the credits either.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what other things, if you can share, I mean, because we hear about taxes going up all the time,
right?
But then the rich always find their loophole or whatever. So You know what other things are your clients going to be asking you to do? I don't know, to help shelter their money or protect them from higher
right
taxes?
now it's just really tax planning. So, my goal with tax planning is we want to reduce the tax to as little as legally possible, but we also want to look at cash flow, right? So I'm not a big fan of businesses going out and buying a new piece of equipment or a new truck if it's not going to help grow their business. I don't want them to spend that money just to get a tax deduction.
Yeah.
Most of the time they're going to spend $100 to save $25, $30 maybe in taxes.
Right.
I'd rather have that extra $75 in my bank account and pay a little bit more taxes.
Got it.
So that's one thing. I think that's where we try to stay in that communication, right? We want to know what your business really needs to grow. Mm-hmm. And so right now the big things are how can we move income from year to year? How about expenses? Right now, a lot of bonuses are going out. We can talk about maxing out 401ks, simples, retirement plans. Right now, you can put a lot of money away into a retirement plan, close to $68,000.
Wow.
You can put into a retirement plan between your contributions and the company matching.
Wow.
And then definitely we have bonus depreciation that helps out if you are buying any new assets. So yeah, it's just really communicating with our clients and figuring out what they need to grow their business and where they want to be.
The other thing that's going on is inflation.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you've been helping your clients deal with that, kind of analyzing what their prices are.
Correct.
Can you kind of share what that process looks like?
Yeah, especially for, maybe customers that have a lot of fixed pricing. Mm-hmm. When they're buying their goods, I'm sure most people are experiencing an increase in goods,
right?
In their prices. So if those prices are, either fixed on their website or on their flyer and they haven't looked at them for a couple years, mm-hmm. And especially just payroll wages are going up, everything's going up. So clients definitely need to look at those. I think more often now than ever, just to make sure that they're still profitable. With no profit, they're not going to be in business very long.
That's right. Yeah. And you've helped some of your clients do that.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of, my dad's a pool man. I think you have some pool route clients that, so you kind of went through and you did the analysis for them. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're able to come up and say, hey, look, you're here and we got to get you up to this level.
Exactly. Yeah. They haven't changed prices in years, and they're actually, we have a pool and they're our pool service company too. So, I increased my own bill.
You raised your own rate. Dang it.
But definitely it's worth it. I mean, that allows them to continue to provide the service that they have in the past.
Exactly.
With no profit, they're not going to provide a
You'll
good
be out
service.
there cleaning your
I'll
own
be
pool.
cleaning my own pool.
You don't want that.
It'll be a green pool.
Your wife would not be happy.
Yeah. It'll look like the sump behind us. Nasty.
Well, what else? I mean, I know taxes maybe can be complicating and overwhelming for people. Like what else do you just want to share?
Yeah, no, our goal is to help educate. If people want to understand their tax return, understand their financials, we do find that quite often that we'll send out financials. We'll explain the bottom line of it, but maybe clients don't understand what a balance sheet really is or what a profit and loss statement mm-hmm. is. So our goal is to be able to educate our clients so that they can understand all that. And we don't mind. We do free consultations. I think we give a lot of information out in those, and we try to just educate and have the client make the best decision. Even if they're not using us, we're still willing to inform them on a few things.
Yeah. Yep. And you guys are always available. So, well, awesome. Look, so, we've been friends for a long time, but you've been a member of Bakersfield Business Partners for how long?
I think I joined in 2015.
Okay. So we're going on 6 years.
Yeah. Because I was part of another
group,
B&I group.
Yeah.
And then I think the CPA in your group retired and you invited me in. So
yeah,
that was 2016 maybe?
Did 15, I invite 16? You into the group?
You did.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Smart move. Talk about how Bakersfield Business Partners has helped you grow, how it's helped your business.
You kind of mentioned it earlier, right? I mean, we're friends. We were friends before B&I, but I've made lots of good friends in B&I, in Bakersfield Business Partners, and that has allowed us, most of them are business owners, so we're able to bounce ideas off each other. Mm-hmm. And the great thing is Bakersfield Business Partners probably represents 30 to 40% of our annual business. So,
Wow, that's crazy. That seems crazy to me.
Yeah.
Just through relationships, referrals.
Through relationships, yeah.
Wow. So you've obviously made some good connections that have just been key to your business growth.
Yeah.
Well, that's fantastic. I mean, most people, it's not that big, but I mean, that's great. Look, so we meet every week and we just educate our members. You know, it's people like me. I own a little insurance agency. Darren owns a little CPA firm. And we just educate people on what's going on in our market. You know, what's the update with Medicare? What's the update on the new tax bill? And so every week we know what's going on. If my clients have a question, you know, I'll give Darren a little buzz real quick. And right in the middle of a meeting, Darren, hey, what's this deduction? Or he'll send clients over to me. They have a problem with Medicare, Social Security. And so we've just been able to form power teams, you know, where we all can kind of help each other out. And then our clients will use us both, right? Once they kind of know, hey, Darren's working with this guy or Duncan's working with this great CPA. And so that's kind of how it works. And well, look, man, we're glad to have you. I mean, I think this kind of wraps up our podcast. I think I did miss one question though. And that is, what is the best part about your job?
Meeting and getting to help people. We love sitting down, talking to people, and just getting to know them.
Yeah, you like to chat it up, don't you?
We do.
Darren. Well, that's fantastic. Look, thanks for joining us. And
thanks for having me.
Until next week, we'll just conclude our podcast there. Thanks, Darren.
Thank you.
Good?
We pass?